Let them talk, keep them talking. Hey, we're gonna keep them talking. Got a lot more coming. We're gonna keep them talking. Laugh when they're talking, yeah. We've got a lot more coming.
Okay, I want to say a very good evening to St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to another episode of Speak On It. I am your host, Kanisha Flavia, and you are tuned into Hitz FM 92.1 in the north and 91.1 in the south. We are also streamed live on UTV channel 124. UTV channel 124. Also, good evening to those in the diaspora, London, England. We also want to say good evening to those in Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much for listening. Those over in St. Martin, I received a call from St. Martin over the weekend, and they are always locked in. They always have a watch party to listen to Speak On It. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for going ahead and providing me with that viewership over there in St. Martin. Welcome everyone to another episode. This is the 7th episode of Speak On It, and I can't believe we've gone so far. And we want to thank everyone for taking the time out on a Monday evening to stay tuned to Speak On It. I trust that each and everyone had a great weekend. It has been raining today, and I hope that everyone stays safe and drive safely as well. As usual, we have a lot of information to disseminate here this evening. During the course of this evening's program, we will speak a lot of what is going on in the country as of this moment, as well as to focus on the achievements in one of the constituencies. This evening we're visiting the constituency of Micoud North, and that constituency is represented by the Minister of Education, Innovation and Gender Relation, none other by the Honorable Gail T.C. Rigobert. Okay, our intention always here is to disseminate the information, discuss the issues, and to present the achievements of this administration to the people of St. Lucia. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in to Hitz FM 92.1 and 91.1, and also UTV channel 124. You'll also have the opportunity to give us a call here when the line is open at 489-4781, 489-4781, and discuss whatever the issue, or rather the topic is that we're speaking on this evening. I want to say a shout out to the regular listeners to the program, those who are on the Facebook stream. Good evening to you. I hope that you had a good weekend and you're having a good Monday so far. And also those in Radio Land. We cannot forget those in Radio Land. Good evening to you. Thank you for staying tuned and locked to Hitz FM as well as Speak On It. Also those on UTV Facebook page and also Hitz FM Facebook page. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we'll start this evening's program by giving you an update as it relates to the COVID-19 as to what's going on in St. Lucia as of this moment. We've had over 4,000 persons tested for COVID-19. Last week, Tuesday, we recorded a new case of COVID-19, bringing the total so far to 26. The case is that of a 32-year-old female who traveled from the U.S. and has been in government quarantine since her arrival. She is stable and she was transferred to the respiratory to a hospital for care, and she's receiving care at that hospital. We want to continue to appeal to everyone to continue supporting our national effort to minimize the threat of COVID-19 in our island. And we advise each and everyone to take personal responsibilities to put themselves and that of their family. All protocols are still in place that will include the use of face masks in public and maintaining safe physical distance from others. And an update was received earlier on today stating that a 48-year-old national who returned to St. Lucia on Friday, August 21st, was found unresponsive in her room at one of the national quarantine sites by the nurses during their routine review. She was rushed to the hospital via ambulance and is presently in the intensive care unit at the Owen King EU Hospital. She was tested for COVID-19 and she was the test came back negative. So let us continue to send our healing thoughts and prayers as she gets through this ordeal. We're not sure as to what other medical issues that she has, but we want to continue praying for this young lady, and also she's able to get out of this in good manners. Okay. We also had news from the CDC this afternoon. The same CDC who rated us as one of the countries to be mindful of going to during this pandemic. And this afternoon rather, they have the CDC reduced the St. Lucia COVID-19 rating to the lowest level 1. So that is great news for our people of St. Lucia, as you could see that the CDC dropped St. Lucia COVID-19 rating to level 1 as one of the only 8 countries in the world. And the COVID-19 warning in St. Lucia, the watch level 1 means that COVID-19 risk in St. Lucia is low, new cases are decreasing or stable. And we want to continue thanking the government of St. Lucia, the minister in charge of health, the CMO. She's been doing a great job at going ahead and providing the information that we're needing and taking the necessary protocols in place, or putting the necessary protocols in place to help the people of St. Lucia. And for that, we want to thank the CMO and the team, the first responders, the police officers, also have the nurses. They are the first persons to contact the nurses at the different at the respiratory hospitals, as well as those at the airport. They are the first persons to come into contact with visitors, and we want to thank them for a job that they are doing, and they are doing an impeccable job in going ahead and allowing the COVID-19 cases to be stable at this time. And we have heard quite a lot of negative information being shared out there, and we want to continue praising our government for what they have done, and continue to ourselves protect our family and our neighborhood. We have a lot of issues with persons who come in via back door through Matnik, and we want to continue. In the event you see these persons in these people in your community, you can go ahead and let the authorities know so that they can take the step and place those people in quarantine. Because in the event someone comes through back door and they're in the community, what will happen? It will be a greater risk for persons in the community to mingle with that person. So we are doing it for our own good, and it's not a place where you're able to call the police on other individuals. Okay, so it is for our own good, for our own family, and that of our community. Okay, we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we will be right back with more of Speak On It. Stay tuned.
It's hurricane season. Know the BBCs of water safety. Boil or bleach and clean. Boil. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes. Cool and then use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Bleach. If you cannot boil water, use 8 drops of unscented bleach for each gallon of water. Stir and let stand for 30 minutes. Use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Clean. Always clean all containers with bleach and wash out thoroughly before storing water in them.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome to the entertainment nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune in to radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. Also airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Viewport. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatments. Vision Express Hearing, latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
Keep talking. Let them talk, keep them talking. Hey, we're gonna keep them talking. Got a lot more coming. We're gonna keep them talking. Laugh when they're talking, yeah. We've got a lot more coming.
Okay, thank you for staying tuned to Speak On It. We are back again with Hitz FM 92.1 and 91.1 and UTV channel 124. What we will do as of this moment is to play a short video which I came across on social media with from a visitor who's relaying his experience coming through the airport as well as the hotel with what the authorities are doing with reference to COVID-19. So let's hear the short video from the visitor on his experience.
Morning guys, just wanted to give you some information about our experience here in beautiful Rodney Bay, St Lucia, coming down from the BBI and the process we went through to clear here into St Lucia. So we arrived on Tuesday into Rodney Bay, and we were directed to the quarantine dock and met by the health department straight away, and they took our temperatures, and then they gave us a red tag on our wrists, very similar to this one, which is now a blue tag, and you can see it's like a security tag, so we can't take it off. And then we were escorted to the hospital with our masks on, obviously, and we were given the PCR test straight away. And then we were escorted back to the quarantine dock, which we had to stay on for approximately 34 hours, 36 hours, something like that, while we were waiting our results. So the results came through and everything was good, and we were clear. So we were then allowed to book into territory to go through our customs and immigration. So now we have a blue tag on our wrists, which shows that we're COVID-free, and we're actually very, very quick service and very efficient. No 14-day quarantine or being put into a hotel at an exorbitant charge. It was all very inexpensive, professional, and they did a great job here at the marina. So if you're thinking about coming to St Lucia, I'd highly recommend it. It's a beautiful spot. I'm just going to show you around here. Lots of charter boats here. It's a beautiful spot, and what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Marigot and to the Pitons and show you around there. So very impressed with the quality of the service and the professionalism of the staff in the marina here, and again, I'd highly recommend it. Lots of charter boats here.
Okay, so here you've heard it from a visitor to our beautiful island, St. Lucia, about his experience and what happened during the time that he went through the airport and into the hotel as well. So it was indeed appalling last night during the virtual meeting of the St. Lucia Labour Party that the leader of the opposition, Honourable Philip J. Pierre, would state that our own returning national would receive bad treatment by the authorities. I want to go ahead and denounce that. We have had a lot of people via social media who have expressed how happy they are with the treatment that they have received by the authorities when coming in. And we will continue to provide our people, returning nationals, with that same treatment, and we will continue providing the visitors as well with the treatment that they deserve. So it's not like the visitors are receiving better treatments than that of our locals. That is not the correct information. And I just wanted to touch on that shortly as to what he said that at the meeting last evening. Okay, so yesterday, August 23rd, the United Workers' Party held its second zonal conference. The first one was held for the constituencies in the north, that is in Dennery North. It was held 2 weeks ago, and the constituencies in the north held our zonal conference in Dennery North. Yesterday, the constituencies in the south held the zonal conference for constituencies of the south in Choiseul. The delegates are the main persons that are invited to that zonal conference. No other invited guests or no other supporters of the party. They do show up a little of them, but no other persons are invited to that conference. And it is a known fact, even when the St. Lucia Labour Party have their zonal conference, the media is not invited, because at that conference, what we do is to speak on information, whatever is affecting us, and so on and so forth. And there was this young lady who holds on the talk show, Trisha, I don't know what her name is. I've been hearing Trisha, but Trisha Lionel, whatever her name is. decided to go to the school to start video recording the proceedings yesterday. She was asked nicely to leave the building, and I'm sure she did not show that part of the recording. And from what I saw on her show this afternoon was that she was asked to leave the proceedings and she did not leave the compound. And Tricia wants to make St. Lucians believe that she had no idea that the media is not invited, that it's the private function. And but people know better than that. Okay? We know better that you knew it was a private event. You were not supposed to be there. Now, as it relates to the insults and the curse words that I heard from the members of the United Workers' Party, I'm not going to stand for that. I did not agree to it, but I want to state that Tricia knew that it was a private function, unlike the Labour Party function which happened in Shrewsbury yesterday. It was not private. It was live on social media. But our function, the United Workers' Party function, was a private function, and she knew very well not to attend. She was asked nicely to leave the premises, and she chose to do her recording. I am not against media personnel's going ahead and doing their work, but you have to have respect where respect is due. Okay? And the type of journalism that Tricia is going ahead and doing is what you call confrontational journalism. And what it does is that in the event, she goes ahead and she does her thing and expecting for a reaction from people so that they can go ahead, so that she can have a story to run with. And you can see from her shows that it's nothing of substance, nothing of or no content. It's just hearsay and just going around and creating and going ahead and creating what it's not, what it's really not. Okay? I celebrated a birthday last weekend, and last week Tuesday, and you could see that both Tricia and what's this other guy's name? Christopher. Their show is of no content. I mean, if your show had content, you wouldn't take cupcakes that is received. You understand? Cupcakes to go ahead and make fun of it. That is to show that you have nothing to speak on. Okay, so we need to be careful as to how we do our things. And I want to state to the public that Tricia was aware that it was a private event, and she chose to come in to the premises on her own. Okay, and but what I want to denounce is the curse words and the insults that were hurled at the delegates at the conference. I did not agree to that, and I will never agree to that, because I'm just like Tricia. I'm a woman, and I do not go ahead and condone this type of behavior. Okay, so we will continue, not going to focus on that too much because this is not the intent of our show. We're going to continue and provide you with a list of achievements in the constituency of Micoud North. And that constituency is run by the parliamentary representative, Honorable Gail T.C. Rigobert. She's also the Minister of Education, Innovation and Gender Relation. Okay? We will focus on the constituency of Micoud North. And we have seen quite a lot of things happening in that constituency. I am indeed proud of Honorable Gail Rigobert, of all what that she's doing for her people down in Micoud North, and I'm hoping that it continues, because the people placed her there, in 2016 to provide relief and to provide them with the necessary things for the community. So we're going to go ahead and look at the slides, list the achievements in Micoud South, what they did so far. They had derelict vehicle cleanup in Micoud. So what they did was, all the derelict vehicles that were on the side of the road, they cleaned that up to provide the community, to make the community a beautiful place so that people could live and enjoy. Also, there was the Independence Day Senior Citizens Luncheon. Independence Day Senior Citizens Luncheon. Next slide. The annual Micoud Summer Camp, and I know that summer camp have been going on for quite some time, and the students look forward to that summer camp. And congratulations to Honorable Gail Tisirigobert and her team for going ahead and providing that to the students of Micoud South. They are indeed happy whenever the summer come around. Next slide. Okay, COVID-19 support were presented to the constituents of Micoud North, and we know all what is happening in COVID-19. People lost jobs, business closed down due to the pandemic, and it was indeed a good help. It was indeed a good sight to see that the minister providing assistance for her people. Okay, next slide. The Monrepo Community Road Rehabilitation. We have a lot of roads in Monrepo that needed attention, like the Emma said in her interview on DBS, when she made mention that the Labour Party had no money to fix the roads of St. Lucia. So incoming the United Workers' Party, we had a lot of work to do when it comes to road rehabilitation in all the constituencies. So the Monrepo road rehabilitation took place. There was an independence youth panel discussion for the people, the young people of Micoud North. Also, we saw the rehabilitation of St. Marie Road. The rehabilitation, you could see this beautiful construction being done, concrete road being built in St. Marie. Also, free wireless internet was provided for the people of Micoud North. Free wireless internet. Also, the construction of Wen Road, and that road leads to the playing field, where you find you get the young men playing cricket, football, and using the field for other sporting activities. So the construction of the Wen Road. Also, Micoud Primary School rehabilitation. We know that the school plant was left in a dilapidated state by the St. Lucia Labour Party, and it had to take the United Workers' Party administration to come in and fix the school plant. Let's not forget that we only had $1 million going towards school rehabilitation, and for this Alan Chastanet administration, we have injected $10 million each year for school rehabilitation. As said previously, $5 million will be for this year because of COVID-19. Also, we saw the rehabilitation of Mirage Sage Preschool in Micoud North, and the support for Micoud Veterans Football Team. The PAL rep is very big on supporting the sporting activities. There we see the Sesson Descat Drive rehabilitation. Sesson Descat Drive rehabilitation. The concrete road construction. Concrete road construction, that's new extension phase 1 and also phase 2. Let's continue with the slides. And there was the annual Dr. Gail Rigobert Netball Tournament. The Mikud Children's Park, a brand new park, was built for the young people of Mikud North. Also, Hillview Road was built. And Teacher Joannie Recreational Park was also built in Mikud North. Teacher Joannie, she is a preschool teacher. She have been for many years, and the park was built and named after her. Great achievement. Okay, we also had the Mikud North Job and Career Readiness Fair. That was a huge job fair that was undertaken last year in Mikud North, and Miss Gail Rigobert, she was behind it, and we want to thank her for going ahead. I'm sure that next year that job fair will continue in Mikud North. Also, the Prale Community Center rehabilitation was done. Prale Community Center rehabilitation. The Mikud Village Laundry. The laundry, that I think this project was one of the first projects being undertaken by the PAL rep as soon as she came in. The Mikud Village Laundry. The rehabilitation of the Mikud Laundry, and that is the same image. The concrete road leading to Prale Community Center. We can see a nice construction road, concrete road being built leading to the Prale Community Center for the residents of Prale. Also, the new Mikud Secondary School. That secondary school commenced a few months ago, and we're looking for a speedy end date of that school. Also, the Mikud Wellness Center, it's currently ongoing, and by the end of this year, the people of Mikud will receive a brand new wellness center. Also, the Mikud Playing Field upgrade, and that upgrade will be that of the turf field, which is what is similar to what is happening in Soufrière and other constituencies. The Mikud turf field right now, they're fencing around the field. So by the ending of this year as well, I'm hoping that that field will be completed by the Honorable PAL rep. Another achievement, the new home for the Prale fishermen. New home for the Prale fishermen, and that was done by the parliamentary representative for Mikud North. And also the extension of the Patience Combined School, the new wing, which was built in Patience. So you've seen quite a lot, and quite a lot more have been done by the parliamentary representative for Mikud North. We came in to government with a mandate. We came in with goals that we wanted to achieve, and we have done quite a lot of what we wanted to do. So when you have the St. Lucia Labour Party supporters continue to carry on and say that the government has done nothing, nothing is going on, that is not the fact. You people are in the constituency. They can see what is going on. They can see everything, because if the Labour Party continue to call this no work, then they haven't seen any work as yet, because we have a lot more to do. Okay, so we're going to take our second break, and we will be right back with more of Speak On It. Stay tuned.
Is your hurricane emergency kit ready? If you need to evacuate quickly, you will need originals or certified copies of your NIS insurance card, health passport, national ID card, prescriptions, and other important health documents kept safe in waterproof Ziploc bags. Toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, sanitary, and other basic hygiene items. First aid kit, your prescription medications and supplies for chronic conditions. This is especially important for individuals living with chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and cancer. Be ready. Stay ready.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
It's hurricane season. Know the BBCs of water safety. Boil or bleach and clean. Boil. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes. Cool and then use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Bleach. If you cannot boil water, use 8 drops of unscented bleach for each gallon of water. Stir and let stand for 30 minutes. Use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Clean. Always clean all containers with bleach and wash out thoroughly before storing water in them.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome to the entertainment nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune into radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. Also airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs, with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Beaufort. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatment. Vision Express Hearing. Latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
Keep talking. Let them talk, keep them talking. Hey, we're gonna keep them talking. Got a lot more coming. We're gonna keep them talking.
Good evening to those under the Facebook feed. Minerva Ward, Keisha Barthelmy, Paul Ward, Mara Taliam. Good evening to you. I hope you guys are having a great Monday and a productive week to you guys as well. Okay. Yes, last evening was listening to the virtual meeting by the St. Lucia Labour Party. I heard a lot of the distress fund issue coming up, and I want to address that because it has been addressed many times by the Prime Minister as well as Norbert Williams on his show on a Tuesday, and it seems like the St. Lucia Labour Party continues to want to spread propaganda to the people of St. Lucia and not provide them with the information, the correct information that is so needed for the people. Okay? As it relates to the distress fund, in 2016, when the United Workers' Party got into office, a lot of things were changed. And because our Prime Minister from the get-go stated that we cannot continue to do the same things and expect different results. things have to change. So the distress fund was within the Ministry of Equity, which was on the Leonard Spider Montut, and as of this moment, it is with the Ministry of Finance within the office of the Prime Minister. So I want to state that the distress fund, it is not a list, an item, a budget item thing. It is still provided to all St. Lucians who need assistance, St. Lucians that are distressed as of this moment. And there are a lot of assistance that have been provided, and it was capped at 500K during the Labour Party, and the Alan Chesney administration have provided a lot more assistance to St. Lucians whose house have burned, those who need healthcare expenses and assistance with that, and everyone who have applied to the Prime Minister's office for assistance with their house burning or healthcare expenses have received the assistance that is needed. And that is the most important. It is not because that it is not in the budget item that it was removed. So I want to state again that St. Lucians do receive assistance when they apply within the office of the Prime Minister for house fires. So si kayo boule et oublize assistant from government. Sa ou ni pou fè, ale office Premier Ministre et apply. Everyone who have applied have received the assistance. So we want to go ahead and debunk all that false information that they continue to provide to the people of St. Lucia and allow the people, let the people know of the truth. Again, the distress fund, it is not named the distress fund, but once you apply within the office of the Prime Minister, if you are in distress, you will be receiving the assistance once you are applied. So I just wanted to clear that up tonight, even if it has been spoken of on different occasions by the Prime Minister and others, but it still continues to pop up by the St. Lucia Labour Party because they seem to not know of anything else to speak on, but to bring up the same information, the same false information, make up fabricated information all over again. So I want to state again that the St. Lucians do receive assistance. If your house have been burnt, you do receive assistance within the office of the Prime Minister. This is where you have to apply for assistance. Okay, earlier on today, we witnessed the press conference by the Ministry of Education with all the authorities, the PS, the CMO, as it relates to the opening of the new school year. And a lot of information was provided by that team. And what I will do now is to go ahead and take out the main points of the information that was provided by the team of the Ministry of Education as it relates to the opening of school in September. So the process, the consultative process, was among different groups within the engagements, stakeholders engagements. They were environmental health, Department of Health, which is the Chief Medical Officer, curriculum officers, district education officers, National Principals Association, representatives of schools, special education leaders, primary school principals and teachers, parents, even the National Youth Council and the National Students Council as well as the plant and equipment unit, and other persons were engaged as it relates to going forward and what is the proposed what will happen as it relates to the opening of school. And there are two options which were given as it relates to the opening of school. Option one, which is the whole school approach with the use of social distancing protocols. So students attend school for 4 days per week, Monday to Thursday, with the fifth day, the Friday, as an in-school teacher planning, such as professional learning communities, subject, grade level, specific training, district workshops, etc. And Friday will also be a day for general sanitization day. So students will be attending schools for 4 days, Monday to Thursday, and Friday will be a general sanitization day. The approval of the whole school approach is dependent upon students' numbers, availability of physical infrastructure, and human resource. So option two, the alternate instructional days with large school populations, smaller groupings per class or grade base of 3 feet distance will be formed. Students will attend school for the entire day on alternate days. So if you attend school on Monday, you're not going to be attending school on Tuesday, and it goes on and on. Okay? So students will have face-to-face instructional days and distributed learning days, which will be virtual activity workshops, project-based assignments. And there will be an in-school teacher planning and general sanitation day. Okay, so we've gone ahead and provided you with how the Ministry of Education have taken the response in going ahead and opening school for the new academic year. So it says that students will be alternating days. So Monday they will be in school, the next day they will not be, and the other will be from Monday to Thursday, and Friday will be sanitization day. Okay, so we have the guidelines for the safe reopening of schools. I'm just going to provide you with the guidelines. All persons on school compound must wear the mask at all times. Cloth face masks must be washed after use. Posters demonstrating how to safely wear and remove face masks should be displayed strategically around the school. And there are many other guidelines and protection that will be provided to each student and to all schools for the students. So we've had a lot of questions as it relates to the opening of school, and I'm hoping that this proposed thing that from the Ministry of Education will be undertaken and will run smoothly for the students. Okay, as of this moment, it is 6:45. We will open the phone lines to hear your views at 489-4781, 489-4781. Call us and let's speak on it. Okay. 489-4781 is the number to call. You can call us via WhatsApp at this same number, and you can also send us your messages via this number as well. So it's 489-4781. When you call, please be respectful and everything will go out smoothly. Okay, we have provided you with a lot of information here this evening. This evening we focused on the constituency of Micoud North and provide you with all the information from the people of Maycood. Okay, so we have a call coming in. Let's take that call. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Yes. It's something that's puzzling me. What happened to Trisha? That should not be happening. I saw that thing. That is so bad. We are women the same way. The men treat the ladies so bad. It is bad. That is not good for us in the island, in the country. It is bad. All of us are women. And if she come there, they should not be treating her like that. And that is unfair. Your program, I listen to your program every Monday. I listen to your program.
That the curse words and the insults, they were not called for. But if I was in Trisha's shoes, what I would have done was to take my camera, my phone, and myself and head out. From the time I know that it is not, it was said to me that it is not.
They have a mother. They have a mother. They have been treating that lady so bad, and that's not good. At least they have to understand she's a media woman. She came, you all tell her politely and said, okay, my dear, you cannot be here and you have to go out. They didn't have to insult her like that. We are women. What we going? When people sitting down and see these kind of things happening to women, it is unfair. It is unfair to treat a woman like that. It is a woman. It is a woman that's our mother. It's a woman that's our sister. It is unfair to see these kind of things. We need to put politics behind and forward the country. We need the country to go forward, not backward. I didn't like it, and it hurts me. I'm a woman too. We need to put politics behind and put people in front. If now that government loses seat, what we will say, we will come out like a yo-yo. We need to change our life. We need to change our attitude in that country, my dear lady. I'm listening to you every Monday night. I like to listen to your program. It is very nice. But it is not good for our country. That is going worldwide. People seeing what happened in the country. We have too much politics in our mind. Because if that government lose, what we're going to do? We'll come out like a stupid person. It is not good, my love. Anyway, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking on it. And like I stated, I was not in agreement with the way that all the insults hurled at her. I don't believe that it was right. But what I will say is that in the event that you go to a function and you it is stated that you are not invited, it is not for the public, I would take up my bag and leave. And you could see from the recordings that she did stay late, and so it was more like a confrontation that she was looking for. And I'm hoping that lessons are learned from everything that is happening in our lives, and it is not happen again. Okay, let's take this call. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Hello, good night.
Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Yes, I'm calling to say hi, haters, to all the haters in the comment section. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you bringing up the views. Please tag the rest of the haters. Good night, Minerva. Good night to Paul. The lady who called just now, it's very funny that she expressed her feelings so deeply. And when I look at the comment section, I see another set of bullying going on. And a lot of these people will justify their actions by saying that Kanisha has bullied people before. But I wonder if their eyes were glued shut when Kanisha was being bullied first. One thing with us St. Lucians, we like to tackle people, but we don't like when we get it back. And today Kanisha is doing something as a young woman, a young mother, having a show to give information, and all these useless people come under there and try to discredit her. Well, actually, y'all are not very useless. Y'all are bringing up the views, and we really want that. So I bid you a good night, and I'm right there listening to you, and I am supporting you. I'm in the comment section, and I'm not going anywhere. Neither are these haters, though. They look like they're coming in quick. Like every week, there's more haters, and we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for supporting Kanisha's show. Good
Okay,
night.
thank you so much for calling us in. That was an overseas call. Thank you so much. And like she correctly stated, most of the times insults and disrespect through things are hurled at me rather, and when I respond, all hell break loose. That's when they say that I'm the most disrespectful. So we're just going to continue with what we're doing. Let's read a comment here. Someone says, Trisha knows better, and this is not the first time she's done it. Okay, we have a call coming in. Thank you for calling. Speak on it. Hello? Hello? Okay, thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Hi, Kadisha.
Hi, good evening.
How you doing? Don't worry about that. You're a class act. That girl, speaking Lionel, she'll be asking for it. I ain't feel sorry for her. She'll be asking for it. There are people journalists out there that carry themselves in a proper way. She wants to carry herself like a rat, so she gets treated like a rat. Okay? There are people journalists out there that carry themselves with dignity and with class and doing their job. Okay? She wants to be a rat, she gets treated like a rat.
No, I don't believe that she should be. Like I said, I am a woman and she is a woman, and I will not.
Kadisha, why is that every weekend is that girl? Why is that every weekend is that same girl? Why is that Alison and Kentish and those lot? Because they have class. That girl has no class. She's a cabaret reporter. Okay? She's a cabaret reporter. She has no class in her. She have a tough job yet, but she doesn't know when to cut the hair. She want to be a star boy, but she making herself look a jackass on the whole stage. How would they say?
Okay. Well, thank you so much, sir, for calling in and giving your views. We continue to take your calls here at 489-4781, 489-4781. We're also accepting messages via that same number on WhatsApp. I heard you had a show. I'm watching it on my TV, on my Facebook app. Keep up the good work. It's very informative. Thank you so much. Call coming in. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, Kanisha.
I'm doing great.
As much as I don't condone what happened to Trisha, but Trisha brings this on her. Everybody knows you are an SLP operative hiding behind the media. This is a private event happening. Trisha is aware that this is a private event. Why should Trisha find herself there to expose herself to this kind of thing? And then people will say that she was cursed upon and mistreated. Trisha brings these things on herself. You will never find a UWP supporter or operative or whatever you want to call it going into a Labour Party place, and that is provocation. What is Trisha is doing? I do not like that she was being insulted and cursed upon. But at the end of the day, Trisha has to stop that. This is not the first time that Trisha has found herself in places where she's not supposed to be. And then people will say that the UWP people attack her. But everybody knows she's an SLP operative. She's hiding behind the media. Trisha has been very biased towards the government. Everybody knows from her reporting. You understand? So when you come into a place where you're not supposed to be in the first place, they ask you to get out. You get out. You're there recording. People will get upset. I do not like that. Like I said that I did that the cursor, but like I'll say it again. She's bringing this thing upon her. She needs to stay away from UWP activities because she has realized they do not want her around to avoid the confrontation. What she's doing is confrontational. That is what she's doing. She has to stop it. Anyway, Kanisha, continue your good work and forget about the haters. You just kill them with kindness. Okay? All the haters. Good evening.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling and speaking on it. Like I stated, Trisha knows that what she was getting into, and like I said, I am not for the insults and all the curse words. I don't condone that. Okay? Let's take a call here from Barbados. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Can you lower the volume of your radio? Thank you so much for calling.
Sure.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes, go ahead.
You know, I want to express my disappointment with the last caller. And it's sad that we as women will look for justification for the way that men and women insult other women.
Can you speak up a little? I can hardly hear you.
You can hear me now?
Is that your phone ringing in the back?
No, it's not.
Okay. Go ahead, ma'am. Just speak in the phone.
Yes. I wanted to express my disappointment in the last caller and the way that she stated that the journalist brought it upon herself. It's sad that, you know, and even in the video you can see that nobody is reprimanding the individuals for insulting and cursing her. They asked her to leave the compound and she complied. She's standing outside and people still feel the need to say things at her. And they're saying that she's provoking them, but she has not said anything. People are coming onto her, hurling insults. You know, it's sad that we are not able to take color and party loyalty out of the things that we do to actually realize that we're role models when we're placed in positions that involve us picking persons for political parties. The children behind us have to look to us as examples. And if we as women cannot even stand up for women because we're so hell-bent on supporting a party, we cannot now come and talk about women's empowerment because we're not empowering another woman, all because we disagree with what she's doing. She's an investigative journalist. She's not a confrontational journalist.
But you will, ma'am, you will agree that all journalists in St. Lucia knows that whenever it's zonal conference, whether it's the St. Lucia Labour Party or the United Workers' Party, the media are not invited.
Okay, and she was asked to leave the compound. Didn't she
convention where the
leave
media
the compound?
is invited. Miguel is an investigative journalist. Why wasn't Miguel there? Because he knows.
Didn't she? But answer my question. When they asked her to leave, didn't she leave? Didn't she walk outside the gate and they closed the gate on her?
And she continues to record. And there were
So what's
persons
wrong with
right
recording?
in front of the gate.
What's wrong with recording? What's wrong with recording? She's not even inside where you guys are having the meeting. She's outside the compound.
Ma'am, the fact of the matter remains that Tresha was not allowed, was not supposed to have been at the proceedings, and she was escorted out, and she continues to film during the time that she was escorted out. So thank you so much for calling. We have others who want to make a contribution, and we're looking forward to your call next week, Monday. Thank you so much. Okay, so we will continue taking your calls here at 489-4781. 489-4781. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Trisha, what was Ring the Bell doing there that day?
Hello. Okay, so we lost that call. You can continue calling us 489-4781. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Good evening, Kanisha.
Good evening, sir.
This is Miguel Fevrier. I want to correct you on something. I wasn't there because I didn't know about it, and I think for you to say that she knows it's a closed session, this is wrong. There have been many closed sessions of both UWP and SLP zonal conferences, which we have been out at and waited out on the fringes to get interviews. So to say that she should not be there it's wrong to justify.
No, Miguel, you know for a fact that once it is zonal conference, the conventions, the media is invited. But when it comes to, allow me to make my point. I allowed you to do yours. When it comes to the zonal conference, the media is not invited because it is a closed session.
And I just said to you in the past, we have waited on the fringes of the closed session to get something out of them. All right?
Okay, well, great, you all did that, but Trisha actually went in, and she had been a past media personality.
She was asked to leave, which she did. The video says so. So if she left, why were all the insults being hurled at her? There's no excuse
and that is what I did not I don't condone to.
Okay,
the insults, I am not for it.
That's fine. I'm just correcting this wrong narrative that you are pushing at journalists.
No, it wasn't any wrong narrative.
It is. I am telling you, as someone who has been covering this from 2013 when I entered the media, I've been covering both UWP and SLP zonal conferences where they had the open session sometimes right after the closed session. They were out there on the fringes waiting. Sometimes it happened the week before.
On the fringes, but what the Trisha did, she was inside the premises, which she shouldn't have been.
And then she was asked to go out. Does anyone know she knows it was a closed session? Did she know? Did you hear?
I am certain, and I know that you know that Trisha knows that it was a closed session.
I wasn't there, but I was just to correct that. So please stop using it as a narrative to justify the attacks on, because that's what your callers are doing, and you are encouraging them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling, speaking in, and thank you for tuning in as well. I hope that you have a great weekday. Okay, we have another call coming in. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Yeah, hi, good night.
Good evening.
What I want to say about the Trisha Lionel situation is that it's a fact that everybody know Trisha Lionel is in favor of the opposition. And then we have strong reasons to believe that she's a operative of the St. Lucia Labour Party. But my thing is, I'm a United Workers' Party supporter. But my thing is, to me, elections and politics, everybody wants their side to win. Everybody wants what's best for the country, but we have differences of opinion as to which party is better to govern the country. So I really have a hard time understanding why do we want to insult each other, why we want to curse out each other, when we know very well that the job of the opposition and those that are not supporting the government, what they will do, their work is towards trying to bring down the government. So I find that we should be a little more respectful to each other's opinion, whether they are opposite to us or not.
And I agree totally, Colin.
Because I look at Trisha's situation, and to be honest, I'm saying whether she knows she had to go there or not, the fact is this is the work. This is what she's doing. She's trying to get every form of negativity that she can against the government. And whoever that is there, they know that's what she's trying to do. But to me, yet still, you can treat her as a human being in spite of. The same way I disagreed with the St. Lucia, the SLP people, when, Ring the Bell went in his own community and he was treated a certain way. I see that this is the exact same situation. So I think it is high time, both sides of the fence, we must start treating people right in spite of their political affiliation, because at the end of the day, we want to win people. That's how we're going to win the elections. I want UWP to win. So if I'm going to curse out people and quarrel with people, how am I going to get them to support me? You know, yes, Trisha, I see Trisha is going out of her way to try and get her information, bring down the government. How are we going to convince Trisha to have any kind of love towards UWP if our supporters are going to treat her like that? And the same way, all the hacks that are alive trying their best to make you look as a devil, how are they going to win support if all they're going to be is just come under the live and curse and try and destroy each other? That is not how politics work. I think it is high time we start to, discuss the politics, the issues, the policies, and try and win voters and submit when we lose so that we could have a better country. This thing about tearing down each other, it's not working for UWP, it's not working for SLP. Let us have love, let's discuss the issues, let us move on in love at the end of the day. Thank you.
I agree totally. Thank you so much for calling in and giving your views on Speak On It. Thank you again, caller. Have a good evening. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Speak On It.
Hi, Kanisha. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
So, Kanisha, I applaud you for condemning the actions on Trisha today. I haven't seen the video, but I'll say this. I just find it ironic that the same people who were laughing and condemning what happened with, well, not condemning, but laughing and excusing what happened with Ring the Bell, are now the ones are condemning what happened to Trisha, right? It's wrong overall. It's wrong, period. Whether it happens to Ring the Bell, whether it happens to Trisha, it's wrong. That kind of behavior is not acceptable. It should not be part of who we are, right? When I see the level of bullying online, like I'm looking at the comments under your show right now, and it's like people come there just to attack, to insult. It's funny that the very same ones who are having a problem or an issue with what happened to Trisha, and rightfully so, are the same ones cursing and carrying on and insulting, and like it's not good for some and not good for others. It means it's wrong overall. Now that's my thing about Trisha. Moving on, like I'm not sure why we're spending a whole night discussing that.
Right.
St. Lucia had excellent news today in terms of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, St. Lucia has got great news. The CDC reduced St. Lucia's COVID-19 rating to the lowest level, which is the lowest level of 1, and it's only one of 8 countries in the entire world to have that rating. So I think that's good news. We should be celebrating, and where we should be spending our energy and our time talking about, because when St. Lucia went into this whole COVID thing, right? The country was in such a panic mode. We heard that we were the least prepared. We heard that we didn't have enough hospitals. We heard so much misinformation out there, and the numbers have proven all of that wrong. The numbers have proven that we have done a fantastic job of managing COVID. St. Lucia has the lowest per capita rate of COVID in the entire Caribbean. We're one of 8 countries in the entire world to have a level 1 rating for COVID. And you know what I attribute that to? I attribute that to 3 things. Number 1, the PM has had to make very tough and popular, inconvenient decisions. And I think, if we remember clearly, people were not very happy with a lot of these decisions, but they've been proven to be right? So I have to praise the PM. I have to praise the CMO, who the PM relied very heavily on for her guidance, for her knowledge, for her expertise. And as a team, I think the CMO and the PM really did a fantastic job in making the tough but right decisions. And thirdly, I have to praise St. Lucians overall for heeding the protocols and for hygiene and all of those things, and for doing what they had to do and working together to reduce the spread of COVID. We're not out of the woods yet, and people should not let their guard down. We should continue taking all these precautions. But bravo to the government, the CMO, the Prime Minister, and St. Lucians overall.
Okay.
Thanks, Tanisha. You did an excellent job. Keep it up.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for calling in on Speaking On It. We look forward to your call and information and your views next week, Monday. Okay, we are 13 minutes past the hour of 7. We're going to take a few more calls. You can call us here at 489-4781. 489-4781. Okay, someone in the comments says, Kanisha, you need to bring some of your birthday cupcakes to Christopher. I might just do that. Christopher will accept my birthday cupcakes. So like the last caller stated, and I stated previously, the CDC has rated St. Lucia one of the lowest countries to contract the COVID-19 from. So that is great news for the people of St. Lucia, the government and the people of St. Lucia. We want to continue urging our people to practice social distancing, continue wearing your mask in public places, and continue protecting yourselves and that of your family. Again, good evening to the persons on the Facebook Live, UTV 124, and Hitz FM, also on Facebook as well. Those in Radio Land, good evening to you, and we thank you for staying with us. Okay, so we're going to take one more call. You can give us a call here, 489-4781, 489-4781. Okay. It's been a great show this evening. We want to thank everyone who have made their contribution. Okay, we have our last call coming in. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Speak on it.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Allison.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Allison.
Yes.
Fede?
Sorry about the surname. Yes. Sorry about the surname. We all know. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to call. Nothing much. There's nothing to talk about. You're lie. Shit, I just talk on the show, so.
Okay, I was expecting that from this caller. I mean, he has nothing really to say. That is all he does on the Facebook Live field, the insults and the. I don't have time for you. ITA Zaguya Kayu. Okay? So we're going to come to the end of our show. I want to again thank each and every one of you for staying tuned and locked to Speak on It. This is the 7th episode of the show, and we continue to provide you with the information as well as discuss the issues here every Monday on Hitz FM 92.1 and 91.1 in the South. Also, we are streamed live on UTV channel 124. Those in the diaspora, thank you for tuning in. Those in Radio Land, thank you also for tuning in, and those via our Facebook field and via television as well. This is where we come to the end of our show. My name is Kanisha Flavia. Thank you so much for tuning in to Speak on It. See you same place, same time next week Monday for another episode of Spotlight Speak on It. Have a productive week. Thank you.
Keep talking. Let them talk, keep them talking. Hey, we're gonna keep them talking. Got a lot more coming. We're gonna keep them talking. Laugh when they're talking, yeah. We've got a lot more coming.
UTV.
I know you
got it. If you identify with the most pulsating, the most riveting, the most eye-capturing UTV. To advertise with UTV, dial 484-7588 or 572-7588. For some of the most competitive rates, amazing programming, and bang for your buck. The most popular streaming channel, UTV 124 on Facebook. Get it now. Check us out on Instagram at UTV 124. Email us utvslu@gmail.com. UTV. It's not just for me. It's definitely TV for you.
Vision Express. For the best eye care and hearing services, one-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Viewport. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatment. Vision Express Hearing. Latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?